Hey, we're leaving. I'm heading. Cool truck, badass truck. I just don't think that deal will go down, but you never know. You know, it's always check things out. Does it make any sense? Not really. But do I make any sense? Not really. Welcome to Ice HTV. What drives the content? What drives the videos? What drives the man that crazy? It's called Ice HTV. So here's the thing. They don't even know how much you got in that truck. And so it's like dead in the water. Guy that built it never even invoiced them. So that's a whole nother story on the Iceman adventure as I get the heck out of here and head on home. So yeah, and does it walk a little bit? It does. Have the Kirby personality into it? It does. Is it going to be a great tow vehicle? No. Is it really badass looking? Yeah. Is it cool? Yeah. Does it make any sense? No. So heading out, and as always, the next adventure on Ice HTV, right? As I head on back, and my Raptor that I traded in, that they gave me pretty good money on, they're stuck. They are stuck with that because it's still sitting here. And I think it's funny how they didn't take off that reverse flag. And do I miss that? You know, I don't. That's about my cars that I buy all the time. Stuff, and yeah, you know what? I have my fun, and I get my day in it, and then it's just like, yeah, it's been good. See you later. That's just kind of how I am. Maybe you know those stories? If you watch my channel, I'm sure many of you are like, yeah, the Iceman definitely has that personality. He buys a really badass looking car, truck, motorcycle, whatever it is, and then poof, it's gone, and he gets something else. I'm hungry. What do I get to eat, man? I'm hungry. Hey, wow, guess what today is? It's Free French Fry Friday. I got a guy here. Sorry, buddy. I'll move up for you. I will. The guy's just about hit a car trying to get out of here. That was close. Hey, guess where I am? It is Free French Fry Friday at the McDonald's. Yes, it is. Look at everybody lining up. If you go to McDonald's today, it is Free French Fry Friday. Take advantage of it. You can come here and get a free French fry. Wow, what did I just do? Yeah, I just came here and got a free French fry. Hey, it's Free French Fry Friday at McDonald's. What is that right there? Old Land Rover or something? All right, hey, we're in the hands-free driving Ford Lightning. And man, this thing is so much fun. It really is. Because it's all automated, meaning that I'm not steering, not hitting the gas pedal, brake. It's all Blue Cruise. The Blue Cruise technology, so it makes it so that I can sit here and relax. And look, Bob, no hands. You've seen this video. So we're in the Friday craziness of traffic, which I talked about this morning, is you're going to be in heavier traffic on a Friday. And that's what it is. Everybody's heading out of town, going home. It's only about 3 o'clock, but I think it may kind of break up a little bit here in a second. So not too bad, but yeah, the Ford F-250 lifted Glacier Gray. Really cool truck, nice truck. And apparently some guy out of Pennsylvania is doing these modifications for Koons Baltimore Ford. And so apparently the guy that built that truck, they just got it in yesterday, and he never has invoiced the dealership, so they don't really know the actual price. This here, look at it, going through a corner, hands-free. I mean, Ford definitely has updated the software in this truck where it does have better capability. They're refining the technology of this hands-free driving Blue Cruise, and it's really neat is how it's come to a complete stop and then sit there for a little while, then it automatically resumes itself. So all the real hands-free full self-driving is kind of getting closer and closer to a degree, not like Tesla. Tesla by far is the furthest ones away, should say the most advanced and confident of letting the public use that technology. Ford and General Motors are just not there yet. And but anyways, back to that really cool truck, nice truck. I don't know how the numbers would ever work. I just can't see really that ever playing out. It's nice. I mean, preferably it'd be nice to just give up Kirby's truck for that truck. But is it worth it? I don't know, because in so many ways, they're really the same truck, just different color. And for Kirby, he's already did the front windshield, side windows, and I mean, so he's already done a good job. But it's a platinum, so it's a little higher level. So yeah, for me, it's always about the fun factor. You know, you see something pretty neat. I mean, it's a good looking truck. I mean, if I figured out something to trade for to make any sense, yeah, it's possible. But really, what I was trying to accomplish out of that video was to drive that truck. And you know, it had the similar personality of Kirby's truck. Kirby's truck seems to be a little more free-spirited, but not a lot. So the whole point is, when you buy these F-250 trucks and you lift them with those solid front axle suspension, with those coil springs, remember, it's not leaf springs. It's not leaf springs on each side of that truck. It's coil springs. So it's not like the conventional old solid front axle. Sorry for kind of just finishing up my food here. I'm finishing up my free fry Friday McDonald's that I just posted for everybody. But anyways, the point is that when you have a solid front axle with coil springs up front, I think that once you start lifting them, it even gives it a little bit more of that free-spirited front end, kind of walks around for you more than I'd say maybe on the solid leaf springs. And so yeah, so that truck in some ways has that same challenge of just exactly that, of you having that feel that truck kind of wants to do its own little dance. Now, one challenge with the adaptive cruise control, if you've driven these cars, is the vehicle paces itself to what it feels is a safe stopping distance between the two vehicles. So right now, the vehicle is driving itself, it's accelerating, braking, but it doesn't stay with the typical human being that rides people's tails. So some people think that you're just chugging down the road, intentionally not keeping the pace with other cars, but the technology of the car is saying, hey, this is a more safe stopping capability. So right now I got a guy that's riding my ass, and I know he thinks that I'm just not wanting to go 80 miles an hour and stay with the traffic. He doesn't understand that I got my adaptive cruise control on, and it's more engineered to know what the stopping distance is when you're going at high rate of speed, versus for us humans, we just kind of figure out, you know what, I can overcome the fast stopping, and you ride somebody's ass. And, yeah, we know that can be a crash eventually. So enjoying the Lightning truck is a really great truck, but I tell you, once again, I talk about it all the time, you know, it's a 250 mile a day truck, and it's great for you if you're doing that. But if you're doing 300-400 miles a day, then this truck becomes, I feel like, a little more challenging, because you're going to have to stop and charge it. So I think it's a great 250 mile a day truck. But don't forget to plug it in. Because if you forget to plug it in, then yeah, you're not going anywhere the next day, especially if you drove 250 miles the previous day. Next thing here is on the adaptive, at 80 miles an hour, it stays on Blue Cruise. Once you start hitting 81, start going faster, let's see. Does it see it turns off? So once you go to higher speeds, so like right now, everybody in front of me is doing 85 miles an hour. I know, I hear you. So that's what this road is. This is an 80 to 90 mile an hour road, and it's challenging. See, Blue Cruise came back on because now it's under that 80 mile an hour threshold. Once you get over 80, Ford is taking position. We're not going to leave this Blue Cruise on. It becomes too risky because it's too high a speed that they feel confident about of the vehicle driving itself. We're at 81, it's still staying on, so that's interesting. And but I don't think it'd stay on long if I stayed at that pace. But for the Tesla product, and even now the GM Highway Cruise product, what they're doing is they're actually, so this guy here, look, this is just crazy what this girl just did right here. I mean, this is just totally ridiculous. I mean, beyond believable what this girl just did. Or whoever this person is, it's like they just pull it out in front of me, and they're not even staying. Yeah, you know these stories, right? So for the Highway Cruise, they let you change lanes, and it doesn't take away your hands-free driving. But Ford, when you change lanes, it turns off. So Ford still hasn't gone to that level. And apparently the new GM Highway Cruise, if you have a truck and you're towing, apparently it'll do the change lanes with the Highway Cruise on and not turn off. So that's pretty impressive. So everybody here is just, it gets all bundled up because one person up front here just doesn't really want to do the speeds. So they just hold up the lane. They just deliberately, and you have to go to the ball game of going in between cars and switching lanes. And it's called living on the road. Fight for a spot in front of you, fight for a spot in back of you. That's what I always say to people. And so the danger of this truck here is this truck just rocks. That's the danger. This truck will hit 100 miles an hour like nothing. But, that's the challenge, because I'm going to tell you straight up, you go over this hill over here and you're hitting 100 miles an hour, cop's up the way, he's going to pull you. And Maryland's going to be reckless. Maryland has reckless driving tickets, enforcement, so don't think because it's only Virginia, it's in a lot of states. And then you got to go try to fight that crap. And all you were trying to do is get around the guy that wants to do 80 in 1 minute and then do 70 miles an hour the next minute. That's what it is usually. It creates the aggravation. Who doesn't know these stories? Yeah, with this Blue Cruise driving, it's so cool. You know why? I can eat my lunch as I'm driving down the road. But I'm not driving down the road. The truck is driving down the road. So I can be eating my fries, my quarter pounder, my strawberry pie or my cherry pie. Yeah, and the truck's doing its thing. Even though it gets freaky, it's very freaky around these corners. See, this here looks like I'm driving in this guy. Even for me, I'm like, whoa, what's going to happen here? Does it stay mapped? That's the key word. Does it stay mapped? As I go down these, the twisty. I know for a fact a little further up, it'll turn off. It's just too much of a radical turn. And but let's see if I'm wrong. As I eat my French fries. Now, if I change lanes, watch. See, it turns off. That's what I'm saying to you. So now, does it come back on? It does. Yeah, I kind of knew this. So in these much more aggressive, oh, here we go. Let's see if I can prove myself wrong. Woo, look at that. So it kind of steered out of a lane. Look, grab it there, grab it. See there? It's telling me it can't even handle what's going on. So that's a pretty aggressive turn. Got some young kids here wanting to race us. And the BMW. I don't know where they're going, but we'll leave it at that. So anyways, hey, it did handle it. Does it handle it in the next corner? Does it turn off? Even for me, because usually when I come through this area, it seems to settle down. Now, here's a guy in front of me. So this guy kind of can handle the speeds, but then he can't. And so it's really interesting. See how fast this thing is? It's freaky fast. Freaky fast. On how fast this truck will go. I ain't lying, man. It's crazy. You'll lose your license in these things. And so you kind of have the sporadic drivers in the left-hand lane. Well, they'll go really fast, but then they slow down a lot. Oh, yeah. Now, if you just watch, it's just, the lead pack in this left-hand lane, once the train gets going, the train gets going. It's a train, man. And it just rocks. And this truck, once again, this F-150 lane truck, it pisses people off. I get it, because you're in a big-ass truck, and it's electric, and you just can go by people like nothing. In so many ways, it's like, well, why would you want a supercharged Ford Mustang? Well, because this thing's a lead sled. When you go through these corners, it feels like a big old lead sled. It's floating down the road. It doesn't have that connection to the road. You may think it does, but it doesn't. Until you drive it, you'll see. This is not a back-roading vehicle. It's a tank. It's a big old battery going down the road. Oh, we're coming back into Frederick. It's always a pretty view, and the Blue Cruise has all this infrared that's watching my head movement and obstruction and everything, and so it just doesn't usually like the way I drive, is what it's trying to tell me. So I kind of move it up over here and get on over there and do over here, and yeah, it's just a truck that really just maneuvers itself very quickly. And as always, I like to enjoy the ride back in coming into Frederick, Maryland, because it's really pretty because of the background of all the mountains and the greenery, and we'll be backed up in traffic here in another few miles, so that'll be the next adventure as we get on back home. And what vehicles are these all wrapped up? What would be your guess? Are these Volvos? Looks like one on the top, but you know, I don't think Volvo makes a car anymore, do they? I'm not a Volvo guy, so I really can't tell you. So, is this Volkswagen? Maybe it's Volkswagen. I think that, yeah, these are no, it's Mitsubishi's. No, it's a Volkswagen. Right there it is. Yeah, the Volkswagens. Yeah, very big brand in the world. So here we are. Always a little nervous around the trucks. Seems like these things always are going to drive right into the truck. Because we're back to hands-free, everybody. And if you're looking, and I just automatically put my foot down there a lot just for safety reasons, you're still always kind of, you know, feeling like you better be in tune with the car. Don't get too comfortable. Yeah, it does a lot for you, but don't get too comfortable. Oh, wow. This is really bad today. I mean, wow. This is major backup. And it's not even a holiday. But see, look here. Am I going to stop? Am I going to stop? And if you're watching this right now, this is where people freak out. And I only have one car length ahead of me. So you can go different. It can go really far back. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. 3 cars. 2 cars. 1 car. And now, what's really cool is this will stop and then auto resume. So right now, since this is all mapped in this area, the truck's just going to drive itself. That's a fact. So it's a fatigue reliever. It really does make it so you can drive and not be so worn out on the constant gas and brake. Or it's really the accelerator pedal and the brake. And this has a regen where it's at the one pedal driving, where it automatically starts slowing down. When it slows down, it's already braking per se with the wheel motors. I'm gonna get some sunshine for the days out. And we probably won't really see me. You're probably always gonna be moving. We'll probably be slow, but I don't know if we're gonna get a real stop. And you can see how this thing does an auto resume. And this wasn't the case. This wasn't the case. So hold on. And we're free again, free again, free again. And we're back to the road, open road. And it's always a trick to get around in this area up here. And we haven't gone back to the map. Oh, there it is. So back to hands-free. And as we get up the road to head on back home. And I probably need something somewhere. And I always forget to go here or go there. But I think I'm going to go by. Okay, this guy here, he's kind of debatable what he's doing, so I'll get by him real quick. And I think I'm gonna go by and get Kiefer some more balls. That dog just loves to eat tennis balls. Does anybody know this story? I'm sure you do, don't you? Yeah, Kiefer boy, he loves to chase the tennis ball. So I'm gonna go by Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply has really cheap some nice tennis balls that aren't real expensive. And some people I know will be like, yeah, I don't let your dog have tennis balls. But you know what? He loves to chase the tennis ball. Then he just destroys it. He doesn't eat it. He just destroys it. And then we got to get another one. And another one. Yeah, there's one thing for sure. All I have to do is drive around to the car dealerships, the tractor dealerships, the motorcycle dealerships, and you'll be able to tell the state of manufacturing. And you'll see that the manufacturing is more than healthy, because the full-blown inventory is back. Backyard Coons, Baltimore Ford, my good friend Derek, he said right now they have 800 vehicles in inventory. Think that through. But here's the thing. Of the 800 vehicles, they're selling 350 to 380 cars a month. So, yeah, they're still heavy. They're still heavy on the inventory, but at the same time, they got a lot of inventory to sell a lot of vehicles. And if you think that through, they're closed every Sunday, so they're open basically 26 days a month. So that 26 days a month If you think it through, they're basically selling what? About 15 cars a day. That's pretty impressive if you think about it. All right, let's back it up. Go get some Kiefer boy his toys and get on home and have some fun with the Kiefer boy as I back up with my nice little system here. And what's so cool with these electric vehicles, you don't have to turn it off. You can leave it on because people don't know it's on.